Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Nikki here, and this is quite a large stack, but I'll get through it pretty quickly. I just wanted to show you the things that I just use all the time and carrying them over into 2022 with a couple of little additions that I probably haven't shown on my channel before. But we'll make this as brief as I can. But first of all, this is my workhorse. This is my everyday. This is my Hobonichi Weeks. All set up, ready to go. I have not started using it yet because I love that 1st of January new planner feel. So I am currently still using the one that I have been with all year in its red folder because it's a little bit Christmassy. I love this because it fits in my handbag, and even if I happen to be using a smaller handbag, I always have my weeks in a cover on cover, so honestly, that just fits. So this is my 3rd year I think I'm going to now in a Hobonichi Weeks, and even though I get tempted by lots of other planners, I'm sticking with this one. Now, I have a full flip through of this setup that I posted not long ago. So if you want to have a look exactly what's hiding in here, please feel free, go and watch that one. So that's my everyday carry. This is my fave and I love it. Now, this is something I've sort of done on and off for a couple of years. What I've got here, this is just a cheapy daily planner that I bought from Kmart. I think it cost me $7. And what I do with this is where if you make a phone call to get a quote for something, if you see a recipe you want to try, whatever, I like a page where I can scribble down bits and pieces. If I'm having a really busy time and I don't get time to do my memory keeping, which we will come to shortly, I can jot down quick notes here so that when I do have time to sit down and do that, I can remember what happened on that day. I have this habit of having 20 zillion notebooks in my life. I might have one in my bedroom, I'll have one in my office, I'll have one here, I'll have one there, and I'll scribble down notes, I'll pop things in. Then when I actually want to find that information, I have to flip through, I don't know how many notebooks to try and find it. So I sort of started this last year, and I'm going to continue it on. Instead of writing down things in a random notebook, everything will go on here. I have a whole page to play with every day. I've got space for notes, space for to-dos if I want to use that. But the whole idea is that all my notebooks will live in one place. So if I need to reference something, remember something, I write everything in here, and I've got plenty of room for that. I won't be stickering and washing and carrying on in here. This is purely to write things down so that I don't forget. So this, I think, cost me $7 from Kmart. I love the size. I love the layout. It is exactly perfect for what I need to keep all my little notes and things handy. Other things I will obviously put in my planner, but if I get a quote for car insurance, I'm not writing all that in my planner. I can put it here and then transfer it where need be. So that is a sort of new addition. I started playing with this last year and decided I was definitely going to buy one of those again this year. So I've done that. Then the next planner I have here, this is my beautiful big A5. This is actually a leather Aldi planner that I've had for a few years. I have quite a few A5 planners. Sometimes I change it out if I want a different color. I happen to be in my pink and gold for the moment. This doesn't really change. I love the setup in it. It's just my vibe, and that's probably why I stick with this pink one so much. It never leaves the house. It's a reference guide for me. It's where I put down in things that I need to do, plans that I'm working on, stuff like that. So it has, I've got this gorgeous daily plan, but I tend to not use that. I do have some deco and stuff in here. But there's a section for my blog. Now, my blog is sadly neglected, but it's having a rehash and a redo and a new frock, which I am working on. So I will be bringing that back to life. So down here, I put all sorts of blog related things. The next section is social media. This is where I often make lists of YouTube videos I might want to do. Anything that, like if I'm doing any promos with anyone or anything like that, I put all the details in here. So that's social media. Then I have a section for my shop. So I have some templates in here. I put down ideas, and it just gives me plenty of space to make lots of notes. And the lucky last section is a list section. I have passwords, all that insurance details, all those sort of things I keep under lists. So that's why I love this planner, because it gives me plenty of room to write and play. And every now and then I might change out the cover, but otherwise this one really is one of my favorites. So as I said, it never leaves the house, so it doesn't matter that it's jumbo. It's more important that I have all that room to write. So that's that one. Then the next thing we have here, this is my, well, it was meant to be a creative journal, and I was supposed to do a page of something every day when I started this in October the year before last. And I did really well for a month, and then of course I got busy and it never happened. But what I did do with this, I started it on the 1st of January this year. I did start using this as a weekly memory keeping arrangement. Now, I have got some flip throughs on the channel, so you can have a look at what I do. But I cannot believe, first of all, that I've actually stuck with this for virtually a whole year. We've only got a couple of weeks left, so I think I'm getting there. But I love doing it. I use up stickers. I just, look, it's all sorts of things. Every week has a different theme. And what I use for this is my Stalogy B6. Now, 2 reasons why I'm using this. I'll be honest, the paper is not quite as good as Tomoe River paper, but this is considerably cheaper. I purchased these from a company here in Australia. They're a good buy. It's 365 pages, which I can do with whatever I like. It will hold up to watercolor, not perfectly. And stamping, I've got to be a little bit careful, otherwise there's bleed through, but otherwise I'm not having any problems with it. So value-wise, I also love the B6 size. I think that's, actually there's 3 things. Price is fab. I love the B6 size. I find it works perfectly for me. But honestly, the main reason why I love this thing, watch this for a neat trick. As you can see, it gets quite full. And it can get, like when you get to here, it's very hard to write due to the bulk. But if you simply go like this, you can open it to wherever you need to get it to about the halfway mark, give or take a few pages, and it basically lies flat. Now, I haven't got that quite right. We need to go a few more, but as you can see, you can write easily. You don't have to worry about that bulk getting in your way. So honestly, I love this thing. I have done it for a whole year, and honestly, I think why I started this, I've often said, oh, I need to do this, and I never did. But after our first year of COVID, I was quite angry that I hadn't recorded more of the events, because it is a very unique, not so fun thing we experienced. So I decided I really wanted to make more notes about that, because I think, one day in the future, we will look back on what we've lived through, and it is quite amazing. So I started this. I definitely want to keep it going. So that is my creative journal. And of course, my brand new one ready to go. On the 1st, I will simply slot this one out and pop the new one in. Now, I have, this is a new addition to the lineup. And I purchased this upon spying it the other day because my word of the year for next year is nourish. Body, mind, and soul. I'm tired, exhausted, and I seriously need to start looking after me a lot better than what I am. And mindset and stuff like that plays a huge part in being nourished. And I found this stunning thing at work. So I bought it from the supermarket. I think it was $19.99 or $19.95. And it's a mindful planner. I will not be using this to write down that I'm going out for dinner with Joe and Kim. Like, no, that's not happening. This has all sorts of wonderful exercises. It has, well, information, exercises. It also has prompts to give you things to journal about if you, because I don't really need to use it as a normal daily journal. I've got one of those. But it has beautiful prompts you can write about. Look, for example, this one. This week, I will have the courage to jot it down. And then I will use the spaces to track my progress. Or what I was thinking, because we have 2 spots for each day, I might even use it, like make a list of the positive things that I did towards the target and maybe some of the negatives. And it's not that you need to focus on the negatives, but if you do jot them down, it helps you to see patterns that need changing. And look, it is just the most beautiful thing. There's stickers in it, there's colouring pages, there's inspiration. It is just the prettiest thing. And I thought, I think I want to add this to my collection as a daily place to focus on my mindset, living in the now, and that sort of thing. So honestly, I could not resist this. It's just beautiful. If you want a full flip through of this, just pop a note down in the comments, but otherwise, zip down to the supermarket or your news agency and grab this if you want to focus on yourself. I mean, intention, gratitude, well-being, kindness, and reflection. I think all of those things come beautifully under the banner of Nourish. So this is my new toy for the year. Who knows if I'll add any more. Look, I have even more planners, but they're not things that I use all the time. This is my collection of what I call necessities, and it helps to keep me organized. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you are not already a subscriber to my channel, I would love it if you joined the family. I do paper crafting and paper planning videos. And until next time, please stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.